For the longest time, I thought that I was the only one in this entire world of people that just was terrible, such awkward at social interactions and building relationships, or why I felt so uncomfortable in large social settings. I thought I was going to grow out of it. I never did. I can specifically remember me being at a bar with my friend who was an extrovert, and this girl randomly came up to me and she's like, "Are you an introvert?" And I'm like, "What the what? No. Why would you think that? Why?" Because I'm clearly at a bar, not socializing, dancing and sipping on my drink by myself. I think that she thought that I was offended, and I wasn't. Hey girl, you are right. I just really didn't know what it meant. And like I said, I thought that I was going to grow out of it, and I didn't. Maybe I was born this way. Sorry, if you skipped that part, I completely understand. And guess what? It makes complete sense. I've always wondered, what is wrong with me? Why can't I do certain things that I see other people doing that just seem so natural? And for me, it's the complete opposite. For example, small talk, social interactions, public speaking, the list goes on. The list goes on of things that I just can't do. On a personal note, I probably just think that I'm bad at it. I don't know. I mean, I've talked to strangers. I did it in one of the other videos. It wasn't that bad. Now I'm learning to small talk. So we will see. Yes, I tried being an extrovert multiple times. Yes, I failed multiple times. Made me realize something, guys. I'm not ever doing that again. I like being an introvert. It was pretty sad and awkward. I think I just tried too much at once. Now I'm working into baby stepping it. Oddly, but not really oddly, but very oddly, I've been called weird. And the person doesn't remember calling me weird, but I remember. And to this person, I want to say one thing. That's all I'm gonna say. To be serious though, I think the comment stemmed from, I had just met her, so I really didn't know who she was, and it was like an awkward hi and barely any eye contact. She was a friend of a friend, and that's just what I mean by when I say, sometimes I get very awkward in social settings. And I guess she just thought I was a weird human. Whatever, it doesn't affect me. I've also been on a date where this man, he just wanted to inform me on how he thinks that I should act. The mistake I made was asking, well, what do you mean by that? And I only have one thing to say to that man.
You can pack your things and leave. There's the door. There's the door, bitch!
But that's not important. The thing is, when we are comfortable around certain people, we are very social. At least I am. That's what I've noticed about myself. You know, I actually like being an introvert. There are many great qualities that we have. We find happiness in other ways. The main way is being alone. And that's just something that you learn to like and accept. Being alone does not mean loneliness. Doesn't necessarily mean we don't get lonely. I think everyone goes through a phase of, being lonely. But personally for me, I just like being by myself. It's a way for us to recharge. I honestly think we thrive when we're by ourselves. That's just my opinion. I've learned to do things alone for a very long time. I used to just start telling myself I'm going anyway. If I invite you and you say you can't come, I'm gonna do it anyway. Just can't depend on these people. I like that we always don't have to have an immediate response. I like to digest a conversation before I respond. Just give me 20 minutes, because sometimes people like to ramble and go on about their life. And you just need a second to be like, wow, I thought I had problems. Just kidding. Sometimes in group settings, we don't even need to respond. I can nod through an entire conversation with like 3 or 4 people. No one even noticed that I didn't say a word. Now, when they ask you, what do you think? You already have a response ready because you nodded for 30 minutes. I definitely been in situations where I just nod through it. You nod, you eat, take a sip of water. When they want you to respond, you'll have something. I think I just like our thinking process. Now, this doesn't mean we can't communicate. We're great communicators. I just think for myself personally, I need a minute, and then I will respond. By the way, please stop asking me to be on your debate team and your family feud team. I need more than 10 seconds, and you know what? I'm really sorry. I have to decline because I would just lose and everybody would hate me. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out there. We make deeper connections rather than meaningless ones. I can admit that I struggled. For the longest time, I did struggle with thinking that I needed like 20 plus friends in order for me to be happy. I don't even know 20 plus people. Why would I think I need 20 plus friends? That's absurd. And when I didn't have those 20 plus imaginary friends, I would just feel lonely. I don't know why I thought, I don't know why. You just kind of realize you don't need a billion friends to be happy and to enjoy yourself. I enjoy myself by myself sometimes. I actually learned this not too long ago. I was planning something for my birthday and I thought I needed like 15 people to come. And I remember texting people that I barely even knew. And it's like, do you want to come to my fun birthday event? I don't even really know you. I don't know why I'm asking you to come. I think I just felt like I needed a billion people. Like, these people are not my friends. And I think I could probably name like 5 or 6 good friends that I have. I like to get deep. I like to get to really know you. I can't say that I can get to know 20 people. I mean, I could, but I can't. I just know I would get too overwhelmed. And I've learned to accept that, And I've learned to accept quality over quantity. I like quality. I also think that we are pretty easygoing people. I always used to say it doesn't take much to make me happy. To my surprise, I find people who don't make me happy. Can you imagine? Personal problem. If I miss anything, I'll do another video one day. I don't know. And just a reminder that if somebody calls you weird, slap them. I'm kidding. I do not promote violence, but I just want to say that we are not weird. Like, I think that thing is just really, it hit a nerve somewhere. Like, are we aliens from Antisocial Tune? Like, there's a disconnect between, I can't fathom. I can't get past this. If somebody does call you weird though, I mean, who cares? I can be very antisocial, but working my way out of that. I like being antisocial, but I'm trying to step outside my comfort zone and be a little bit more social. Another thing, we are not shy. Not all introverts are shy. I choose not to talk to you. There's a difference. On a serious note, if you're an introvert who has problems with socializing and making friends and you've been called weird or boring, call those people back. You may be entitled to substantial compensation today. But seriously, if you ever felt like, what is wrong with me? Nothing. Nothing. You just have to learn to embrace those qualities. It is easier said than done. It took me a minute. I struggled with it. I understand. It will come, and I hope this video, if it comes across your eyes, makes you feel better, because we have awesome qualities. Bye.
He spoke of hoping for a very smooth and safe out the summer for the